Hello. Hiya. Welcome. Another season, number 3. No, is
Is
it?
it? I don't know.
3 or
I feel like
4?
it might be. Might be four.
We're 3 years old this year. So does that
Yeah.
mean it's the 4th season? I can't work it out.
Fourth season. I don't know.
What a great start to the show.
Anyway, yeah. Hang
Um,
on, wait. Let me put my podcasting earphones in.
Go on. I can hear myself. It's a bit of feedback. It's always nice to get a bit of feedback. Speaking of, if you're listening on Spotify, give us a little 5-star rating. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. Drop us a follow. Welcome back. It's a new season with me, Sam, and my ever-present podcasting partner, Alex. It's good to be back.
Is it working again?
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, all
There
good.
we go. Great.
How's,
We're back. We're back for our something season. Who knows?
yeah,
The hair's doing a bit of a madness.
yeah.
But yeah. What a season it was last year.
What a season with a World Cup. It feels like years ago, but
It does a
we're
bit.
I'm looking forward to being back though. In
Do you know what?
new stadium for not new stadium, new manager rather for us down the Swans.
Yeah.
Be good to be back down the stadium.
I'm kind of
Um,
putting all the Premier League stuff aside at the minute, and I'm just focusing on the Swans. And I'm,
yeah,
I'm, I'm not saying an awful lot yet. I don't want to say too much, but I'm quietly confident things could be better than they were.
right.
And I'm not going
Lovely.
to say anything else other than that.
Swans getting relegated this
There
year
we are.
then.
We are going to get relegated.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel alright about it. Got my
I
my
don't know.
little
I feel like we've the thing. What probably I'm getting a bit carried away with is we're actually. It's not people we're signing. It's just the fact we are making signings, which is
yeah.
just
It's
completely
nice,
out
isn't
of
it? It is
character.
nice.
It's
Yeah,
nice to actually be like another team, like just
yeah,
just a regular
yeah,
team,
yeah.
making signings where we need to make
And
signings.
it doesn't feel so bad when players leave then,
Yeah,
which
that's it doesn't leave a
you
massive
know.
gaping hole in the
No,
squad.
exactly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being back down there. I was I don't know, bought any new retro tops recently or what? I know
Uh,
we started to collect them, haven't we?
we are, yeah, we are. I haven't bought any new ones. And to be honest, I was looking at a Nigerian one,
Yeah,
a
like
retro
I got one of
Nigerian one.
those. They're nice. They're banging.
Do you? When did you buy it?
Yeah, I got a nice Nigeria one. Vinted.
Oh, I remember. I remember you
Yeah, it's
bought. Yeah, I
banging.
remember. I was
Really
there.
nice.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
gone? You got yours on now. Actually, you got
little wheels one. My Ian
your
Rush
old
top.
Ian Rush top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lovely. Can't go wrong. No,
I
there we
can't
are.
say I bought any more than that. To be honest with you.
We probably should have done more prep for this, but I won't lie. But
But there's nothing wrong with talking about football fashion. I
there's
quite like
not.
football
There's
fashion.
not
Do you know
football
what I'm wondering
fashion.
though? Why
What?
is it though? Why do the shorts get neglected?
Um, because
Saying that though, retro football shorts were basically speedos.
yeah, they were horrific. Like
There'd be a lot of ballage.
my little tree trunks or my big
Yeah.
old tree trunks in those.
Well,
That's
your little tree trunk might.
yeah, yeah. You never know. The old yeah, the root might
Oh, don't no, don't call it that.
stump. Um,
But anyway, we got a season full of guests. The first of
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Is on his way.
yeah.
On his way. So
Hopefully, by the time we throw all this together, it would have
yeah,
already been
and
done.
Alex was late anyway.
I
So
I was I was horrendously. I gotta be
actually, do
honest,
you
but
know what? I'm gonna give you your first yellow card of the season for that.
oh yeah, thank you. That
Your
was a
first
great.
yellow card of the season
Well done
for
on
being
that.
late.
So, would you like to walk us through what they are?
Basically, just when Alex makes any outrageous opinions or talks bollocks this year, as he normally does, I'm gonna give him a yellow or a red card. So there we are. You know,
What
that's
I
how it's
what are
gonna
the
work.
what are the punishments though for the yellow card?
Um,
Presumably,
well, if you got a red card, you got to sit out the week after.
Weber comes in. Does he? Or
Yeah, yeah. Jordan Webb will come in. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
100%. We'll get one of the guests in to replace you,
There we
100%.
are. Okay.
If you're
I might buy some myself. I might make this a two-way thing.
yeah,
Where'd you buy them
yeah.
from? Though?
So I got them from Sports Direct. And the best part is
Oh,
they're actually Sondico.
are they actually?
Yeah, I got
This is
Sondico
we are
cards.
not sponsored by Sondico, although we'd like to be.
Would we?
Well, you got to start
I
somewhere,
think I'd
innit?
rather have no sponsor than be sponsored by Sondico, to be honest,
There
mate.
we are, Sondico. If
I
you're
got
listening.
all them in there. Look, you know, it's a proper referee's book.
Oh,
If
it's
you
an
want.
actual referee's book,
Yeah,
is
it is.
it?
Yeah, yeah. So
What's it got on the front?
nothing.
Oh, it's just a.
It's just
Oh,
the
right.
cards. Yeah. So come into a Sunday league pitch near you.
Yeah.
Me.
Send him off.
Yep. To
There
quite
we go.
literally send you off. No. There we are. Should we start a five-a-side team?
No.
If you oh, this is a good question. This is a good question. If we can start a six-a-side team out of guests from send him off.
Oh, right.
No,
Okay.
no realism, right? Because obviously half of them live, across the UK.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Right. In
Can we
goal.
do a draft?
I
Let's
don't
do
know.
a
Have we had
draft.
that many? Have we had that many on to do a
We've
draft?
100% we've had at least 12 guests. Yeah.
Okay.
So all right,
Right.
there's 5 aside. So you're the captain of your side, I'm the captain of my side, right?
So we get 4 other players, yeah?
No, 5, 6 aside.
You said 5. Okay, fine. 6
Six
we get
aside,
5
we'll
other
do.
players.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna write these down.
Right. You write them down because I can't remember,
Okay,
and I haven't got paper either. Are you going first or am I?
you can go first.
Right. I'd like to start off with my goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And I know where you're going to go after this.
Yeah,
And I don't blame you for picking him, but I'm going to go with my goalkeeper, Justin Morehouse, please.
Morehouse, nice. Okay,
I know exactly who you're picking.
I don't think you do.
I think I might.
I don't think you do.
Go
So in goals, I don't know
But you
why,
are starting with the goalkeeper.
but I get goalkeeper vibes, right, of this gentleman, and I'm gonna go for Eric Frank.
Oh, really?
But I can imagine him in a pair of gloves.
No, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I wasn't expecting you to go there. I got to be honest.
Right, so I go next now, I think. So we go.
Yeah, it's only fair. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. We have an up top. It's only fair we have Johnny Hartson up top.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I see your Johnny Hartson, and I'm gonna raise you a Johnny Owen.
Johnny Owen, where's he playing?
I think I'm gonna put him in midfield.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put Johnny in midfield. I think he could do a job for me in there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So I got a goalkeeper and midfielder, and you've got a goalkeeper and striker.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you, I'm gonna put in just behind John Hartson, Finn from Have a Word. So Finn Kuluvi.
We dropped the clanger because Finn was a pretty good goalkeeper actually.
Yeah, he did say, didn't he? Yeah.
He did, yeah. We dropped a bit of a clanger there.
Yeah.
Do you know what, right?
I'm trying to go for youth, I am now.
I'm going for knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for I think that yeah. I think Amy Clement would do a good job for me at the back. I think I'm gonna chuck Amy as my single defender.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I just feel like the connection between her and Justin would probably work well.
Like one of the flat chat boys might get into my team.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for youth,
I haven't.
Right.
Other than Amy, I'd like to point out. So she is
yeah. Flipping heck. Yeah, you saved yourself quite well. That could have been curtains for this pod.
Yeah.
Right. I'm actually gonna go through my list of guests by now. Let's have a look. Oh, my midfielder, Ferry Border.
Oh, whoops. How could I forget him?
Oh, my.
Right. Okay. Well, do you know what? Pairing up with Johnny Owen in the midfield, I'm gonna put Callum from the flat chat. I will go with.
You go for Callum, you?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
So all I need is a striker now.
All right.
I need to be very intelligent about this.
So you're going Callum. Okay. One more. I need a defender. Okay. Defender. Do you know who I might put in my defense?
Ooh.
Actually, is it too late? Can I go back and change?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll allow that.
I'm gonna put Daimoons in goal.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Daimoons in goal. And I'm gonna put as my defender. Think I might go because he gives me tall vibes. And actually, we have seen him in person, and he is quite tall. I'm gonna put Sean McLaughlin in my defense.
So who have you got? What's your team made up of then? You got
You got one more to go.
I got one more to go.
One more to go up top.
And do you know what, right? I think I'm gonna lay all my cards on the table with this one.
Yep.
I'm gonna put all my trust in this man.
Yep.
And I do hope that it pays dividends.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Barnett up top, please.
But dressed as the prize did, yeah.
Yes, yeah, he has to have the wig and the flippers.
Lovely. Yeah. Okay. Where are you playing in that side?
Off the bench.
No, it's six-a-side.
I'll go in the midfield, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'll be Johnny Owen's replacement because I think Johnny Owen, as great as he will be, I don't think we're getting a full 60 out of him.
No, you're starting as six-a-side, Alex. You picked 5 people and you are the 6th.
Oh, I'm not the sub.
No.
Oh,
You're the captain, mate. You've got to play.
Days. Go on then. I want to partner Callum in midfield to start with, and then I'll fetch Johnny off. I'll slip off.
No, you don't have to fetch Johnny off. It's six-a-side.
I'll go off. I'll fetch Johnny on is what I meant. I'll go off because there's no way I'm going to be getting.
Yeah, no, you're both playing.
Yeah, but no, I'm playing next to Callum in the start. Callum, me and Callum in midfield.
Mate, do you not understand the concept of six-a-side?
2 midfielders. I thought, hang on, 6-a-side. I thought you said it was 5-a-side.
Yeah, plus you. A captain.
Yeah, but you're gonna. So it is 6-a-side.
It's 6-a-side, yeah.
No subs.
No.
Okay, well there we are. I'll start up top then. We'll go 4-2-2. 1-2-2. Sorry.
There we are. I'm playing opposite. Alongside Sean McLaughlin, I think.
Oh, you're going up top. Yeah?
No, and at the back.
Oh, you're going at the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Feisty.
Oh yeah, a bit of a
small but feisty. I am.
Yeah, you'll be the butcher.
Lissandro Martinez.
You're taller than me.
Taller.
You're taller than me.
He'll do nothing. He'll do nothing. No, I am, but small in stature. No, not even meek. Yeah, we'll go for meek.
Meek in presence.
Unsuspecting.
Yeah.
I quite like that little 5-a-side, 6-a-side.
There we go. 6-a-side, 5-a-side, 6-a-side. If you want to,
I feel like my team is shat all over yours. I won't lie.
I think you're underestimating Lee Barnett.
I've got John Arton and Ferry Board at my team. How have you forgotten the only 2 ex-pros we've had on the show?
I remember John Arton, but I thought Johnny Owen, I think, might come clutch.
I mean, technically, could have had Lee Trundle because we have interviewed him.
We haven't, yeah.
And
doesn't count.
Nah, he hasn't been on the pod.
Yeah,
itself.
He hasn't been on. Yeah.
So if you're listening, Lee, you're not. But come,
you're not. But
we've spoken to Ferry. And Jordan Webber. No. Also, we did a quiz over the summer. That was nice.
Yeah, we did as well. Yeah, we did do a quiz.
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice.
If you are around, the Swansea or surrounding areas, we are thinking about doing another one at a later date.
Soon.
If you're watching this on YouTube, my eyes are absolutely appalling. I'm so sorry at the minute. But yeah, we will be doing one between like September to November, perhaps at some point between them.
Probably. Yeah, we're looking at those.
So that's what we're hoping for.
It was a really good night, actually. We raised.
It was a great night.
200.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We raised a lot of money for charity, and we are hoping to raise even more next time. And we're hoping to fill the place the way we did.
Yeah, before. It was pretty full last time, to be fair, but we can cram a few extra.
We could probably extra a few more in.
So yeah, drop us a follow on socials. We'll be there for that. We had Eric to a round. Good old Eric.
He did, yeah.
He's been demoted from my team. Sorry, Eric. But yeah, no, it was a good night, wasn't it? It was good.
It was a very good night. I really enjoyed it, but hopefully it'll be even better next time.
There we are. Yeah, sorted. Right, well, sit tight. We've got a guest coming your way, and yeah,
hope you enjoy that as well.
Absolutely. I have a quick break. Oh, I need to say ship break now. Quick break.
By accident. Well.
Yeah, you can. It's up to you what you do with your time.
You go and do what you want.
Yeah, sit tight. Just wash your hands. Hello, welcome back. Part 2. This is because we've recorded a little bit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
already. We did. Part 2. And we've got a guest with us. It's exciting. Yeah. We've got producer.
You will have seen the promo. First of all, watch the promo first because we're proud of that. We have put a lot of effort in. Sam, go on, do your thing.
Yeah, well, we've got producer, DJ, Love Island Hall of Famer, and
I thought you were going to call him a Love Island hottie then, I'm not going to lie.
well, you know,
I was like, hey,
listen,
why
I'll take it. I'll
yeah,
take
listen. Your build is our bombshell to open the series.
it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And member of Blazin Squad, who we actually saw you in.
Yeah, we did.
Neath
We saw you when you came to
when you
Neath.
played a couple of weeks ago.
And I'm not going to lie.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
fangirled like no one's business. I was there like, it's Blazin Squad.
Yeah, it was great. We loved it. How are you, Marcel? Anyway, thank you for joining us.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys, ready to catch up and talk all things football, isn't it?
Yeah, all things football.
football,
it's nice.
yeah.
It's nice sometimes. Just we love it.
It's
right? 'Cause
nice.
we have people on. Like we've had a couple of ex-pros on, but the main sort of pool of our guests are comedians and people. Well, people like you, really, Marcel. So, it's lovely to see people talking about football who you don't normally see talking about football, because we get some stories on here that you just like you would never hear otherwise. So, Arsenal fan, Marcel.
Big Arsenal fan.
Big
Since I was a kid, since I was like 3 years old, I've been an Arsenal fan. It's been a hard time being an Arsenal fan, but I feel like we're finally on the cusp.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about it, though. Talk to me a little bit about it, because last season, obviously, you had the season you had. How do you feel about this season? Because me and Sam, we just spoke about it, actually, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure where things are going to go for Arsenal this year.
Do you know what? I feel like last season, because last season was such a big season for us. It was I think it was the season when we kind of like re-announced ourselves back into the mix, because for a long time people looked at Arsenal like, oh yeah, like Europa League team, probably battling for top 5, top 6. But now, like, I think everyone's kind of like taking notice of us again.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in an era when it was Arsenal and Man United. Those were the two teams. Like those are the only teams who really mattered in that period of time. And for some reason, both of us, Arsenal and Man United, both just like fell to the wayside. Man City came through. Obviously, you got Saudi money. Like there's Man City, like Chelsea. Obviously, they had the Russian oligarch money. Like Liverpool, they had Klopp. Like it was like we were just falling behind for so long. And I think last season kind of like brought us back to the fold. So I think this season now, I'm confident. I feel like we could win the league. Obviously, City just won the treble. They're probably not gonna be as up for it as they would be. Usually they've just done it all. They've just done it all. Obviously it's City, so they can literally turn it on when they want to turn it on. Last season, they focused so much on the Champions League. They were messing about in the league, and then they were like, should we win the league as well? And then, they just turned it on.
Yeah, literally, though. It got to about February, and they went,
"No, I mean,
just got them all.
Let's win that as well." And literally, it was like, as an Arsenal fan, to be holding it for 240 something days, like to be top of the league and be like, "Oh my god, guys, it's happening."
Me and Sam, we were playing pool at the time. What game was it? It was Arsenal against
Southampton.
It was the Southampton
the one where
game.
They were 3-0 down or so, 2-0 down, something like that, wasn't it?
And was it Thomas Partey right at the end had that chance to, or whatever happened? But I think that for me was the game in your season last year that was the difference. If that had gone your way, I think you probably would have gone on to win it. But
I think
these are the margins.
It's all in the margins. There was I think there was like 2 or 3 games when we were 2-0 up, and the other team came back to draw, and like I think it was 3 draws we had 3 draws on the bounce from like we was losing to Southampton, but then it was West Ham and Liverpool, and both of those games, if we had won both of those games, how we should have, because we was 2-0 up in both of them games, and we just let it slip. When that started happening, it was the momentum just started going. The players started losing their heads. Yeah. And I think we didn't have enough players to say, all right, cool, you need to have a rest. Like take a week off. We were playing the same team every game in every game, and it was just like, I think it just got a bit too much for them towards the end of it. They couldn't really handle it.
Yeah. Right. Well, Let's
think we
take a
should get
trip.
into it.
Let's take a
I
trip
love
down
how
memory lane.
excited you. He's so enthusiastic.
I
I
know.
love this. This
I
is
love talking
fantastic.
about Arsenal. I could do it all day.
We can
Well,
tell.
you're on the right podcast because we're gonna find out exactly where you've been with Arsenal. With a little trip down memory lane. This is welcome to what football means to me, Marcel. This is your life, but with football.
Through
nice.
football.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll start with some quick fire questions, I think. So we'll do something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. So we'll start with something old. So your favorite retired player.
My favorite retired player is
doesn't have to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Arsenal at all.
no, it most probably will be Arsenal.
It probably will be, but it doesn't have to be.
Ian Wright. Well,
Ian Wright.
do you know
Okay.
what? Do you know Ian Wright was the player that made me become an Arsenal fan. Obviously,
Really?
Thierry Henry's retired as well. So there's a lot of Arsenal legends. I hold Arsenal legends.
They
close to my
got a
heart.
special place. Yeah.
They got a special place in my heart, and I feel like Ian Wright was the player that made me become an Arsenal fan. 100% made me become an Arsenal fan. Like I think he made a lot of like kids around my generation Arsenal fans because of his character, because of the goals he was scoring. He was just something. It was something else. You know what I mean? But Thierry Henry for the golden era of
He
Arsenal,
was liquid.
he
He was just liquid.
He was a phenomenon. Like he was literally like knowing that we had the best player in the league. At one point, like our team had the best player it was probably the best player in the world at one point. Like everyone loved Thierry Henry and everyone loves Thierry Henry. He's Thierry Henry's most like strikers and attackers' favorite player. Do you know what I mean? Because of the things that he used to do when he was in his prime. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a pick between those two.
If you have to pick one.
Out of interest, because obviously you're mixing in some celeb circles. Have you met either?
Ian Wright, like so.
Oh, here we go. Right, okay.
So guys. So
strap
Ian Wright,
strap in
for this one. So Ian Wright, I used to see Ian so before Love Island and all that kind of stuff. After the Blazing Squad, I used to see Ian Wright riding around London on his motorbike, yeah. And I was like, he's so cool, man. He's literally so cool. Like it's unreal. It's unreal. And then I think it was last year, I got invited to go down to like because Ian Wright's got a podcast himself, and he invited me down to like a big thing for the launch of the new season or whatever it was. And I went down, so everyone was queuing to like take a picture of him, whatever it is. And I went down there, and he's gone. I told you not to invite him. I told you not to invite the good-looking ones. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Come here." He gave me a cuddle. Yeah, he gave me a cuddle. That moment, yeah.
Your
Ian
life
Wright
peaked.
Giving me a hug and knowing who I was, yeah, literally, it literally made my day. It literally made, like it was unreal. Like I grew up loving this man in it. Like and he
were you just like holding him, just like my life has like led up to this. Like I've been Love Island, I've done this, I've done that.
Do you know? I'll send you the pictures.
Ian Wright.
I'll send you
Please
the pictures.
do.
Like
Please do.
Because literally, when he hugged me, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, so he was like a surrogate father to me in that moment. Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy.
Right, so that's something old.
That's amazing.
We'll go something new now.
Something new.
So your favorite
current
player.
Again, doesn't have to be Arsenal,
but there's no way that I could. Do you know what? Obviously, our new team is crazy. Bukayo Saka is a new phenomenon. He's got the potential to do a lot. Martinelli is absolutely like I think Martinelli is gonna probably be better than Saka is. I think Martinelli's ceiling is higher than Saka's. Yeah, I think, but I think Martinelli's just gonna get into his flow because the thing is, Martinelli was our top scorer last season, but no one talks about it.
Yeah,
no one even said.
I didn't know that.
Oh, like yeah, exactly. Everyone says, "Oh, Saka, Odegaard." Yeah, because they're doing it. They're doing it all the time. But Martinelli is like he's just always on job. He's been on job since he came. Like he came in as I think he was like I think we signed him when he was like 18 or 19. He came in and banged 4 goals in his first 3 games or something like that. It's ridiculous. But then he got injured, fell off a little bit. But he's kind of come back to his.
He played in the World Cup, didn't he? He did play at the World Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. He played in the Olympics. I think
Was
they
he in
won the
Olympics?
Olympics, and I think he might have made it into the Brazilian team, but I don't think he played as much.
I want to say he was like
For
one of the youngest Brazil call-ups ever.
he was in the squad. He was in the squad, but I don't think he played ahead of like all the other guys that were there. I think he was like making substitute appearances for them.
Yeah. So you go
So
Martinelli.
I'm gonna say Martinelli. Yeah.
Okay.
I rate that.
So
Something borrowed. Your favorite ever loan player. This has got to be Arsenal.
My favorite ever loaned player.
you could have Thierry Henry again. Didn't he come back on loan?
He did come back on loan. And he scored. Did he score against Hull? I want to say.
Yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it? He played against us. He definitely played against Swansea.
He scored in the FA Cup. I remember scoring in the FA Cup.
That was the goal, yeah.
But do you know what? Because I've already said him. I don't think I can say him again. I've got to say another loaned player. Who have we loaned?
I can't think of many players Arsenal have loaned, to be honest with you.
We loaned. Don't bring that name up. Nah. I remember us loaning Ben Ayoun. I remember us loaning.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about him. I forgot you loaned him.
Yossi Ben Ayoun is a quiz answer now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy. We also loaned Julio Batista. Like we loaned him.
The wrestler.
No, that's Dave Batista.
Dave, right?
That's Dave. Julio Batista came on. He played for us in the Champions League, and I'm pretty sure he scored a goal against Barcelona.
Did you have Frimpong on loan? Did he come back on loan? Manuel Frimpong?
No, I think he went out on loan about 4 times.
I think he went out on loan a lot.
Yeah, but that might have been it.
Do you know what? I can't think of any of our loan players. Who have we loaned? There was definitely some good loans that we had.
Cedric.
Bruv. What are you talking about? No. Do you know what? All right. Do you know what? Just to wrap it up, I feel like I'm gonna say Ian Wright is my favorite old player. Thierry Henry is my favorite loan player.
Nice.
Let's do that.
That's fair enough.
And then we'll go something blue to finish. So the player you were the most sad to see leave Arsenal.
All right, so this is gonna be like against this is a lot of people are gonna be like, what, really? But Robin van Persie going to Manchester United.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, I cried. Robin van Persie was at one point, Robin van Persie was my favorite Arsenal player ever. Like he carried us for like 2 or 3 seasons, just scoring the goals by himself. Like there was one season when he was injured for the whole first half of the season, came back and scored 30 goals. And he was just doing it by himself. Like anytime he got the ball, he'd turn. And if it was on his left peg, going straight.
It was going in. It was going in.
Doing something. There was the goals when he was when Song was chipping the balls over and he was hitting them first time, just pinging them in. Like I was like, this is ridiculous. Like this guy is too good.
He was lethal in front of goal. He was lethal,
literally. And then he wrote a letter to us and was like, I asked them to sign players. I asked them to do this. I asked them to do that. They said they didn't want to do it. So I'm going to Man United. And I was like, what? Like,
that's how it is, though. Yeah, that's how it is.
This is crazy. He went to Man United, scored 30 goals, and won the league. Yeah. Literally heartbroken. Blue.
Right. Okay. We'll get into the.
Right. These are the big ones now. Right. I'll go first. Marcel, what is your earliest footballing memory? Doesn't have to be watching. It could be playing. It could be anything that involves a football. My
earliest footballing memory would be being at my cousin Nathan's house, and Nathan's nan lived on the end of a set of like houses, innit? So she had the big wall on the side of her house.
Okay.
And we used to play Wembley. So like I'm Arsenal, you're Tottenham. Like everyone's trying to score goals. You're playing with tennis balls. It's ridiculous, but that is literally my earliest memory of football and actually loving football. I wasn't that good when I was young. I'm all right now, but when I was young, my cousin Nathan was like he's the person who got me into football, and he's the person who kind of like got me into supporting Arsenal. So yeah, big up Nathan. and
Big up
the
Nathan.
the gold on
I think
and the gold on the
everyone
side
though.
of the house.
Everybody had sort of a similar like it was either like somebody's like garden wall or like pull a few dustbins in or
Yeah,
with our case it was like you put a few like jumpers or bags down on the field like across from our house. Everybody had the same kind of thing, but these
yeah.
stories they never get like I don't know, I never get sick of them.
No, because it's just that natural thing of being kids, like and like everyone's playing in the street, and then you're hearing car, and then
Yeah,
like and
yeah.
then everyone's moving
Yeah,
onto
oh
the
my gosh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
onto the
When
pavement.
someone used to like smack a ball and you used to hit the car and you used to run away.
Yeah, literally,
Thing is, there was
literally.
always that moment like your heart would be like they'd wallop it, and your heart was in your mouth thinking, "Oh, don't do it, woomph,"
Yeah.
and it would hit the car,
Yeah,
Yeah.
book it
you're
straight
hearing
behind your house or
you
something.
hear
Yeah,
the alarm going off, and
yeah,
you're off, like
Yeah.
see you later.
yeah.
So
No way, sacrifice the ball. We're out here.
Yeah. What's been, I imagine, to be fair, as an Arsenal fan, I know you said it's been hard at times, but what's been the biggest high of your time as an Arsenal fan?
The biggest high of my time as an Arsenal fan. Do you know? All right, so obviously, like the Invincibles
Yeah.
is a massive
Yeah.
feat. It's a massive feat, but the great. I feel like the most euphoric I've ever felt as an Arsenal fan in my adult years would be when we won the first FA Cup after like 10 years. Like I remember me, like me and Sam. So in the Blazing Squad now, there's four of us that do shows. Two of us are Arsenal fans, two of them are Spurs fans, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So the car journeys are crazy. The car journeys are crazy. And we had a gig on the same day as the FA Cup final. Yeah. So me and Sam are in well, I think we're probably in my room or his room, and we're in the room watching the FA Cup final. And like the other boys, like they've gone out because they don't want to be near us because they know if we win it, we're gonna go crazy. And literally, I think it was the game. It was Hull the first one? When I think it might have been Hull when Aaron Ramsey scored the
I
goal
think
in
it
the
was.
last
Yeah.
minute or whatever it was. And literally, I literally lost my mind. It's the most euphoric I've ever felt. Me and Sam were jumping on the bed. We won a cup because everyone and their mum used to like literally be like, Arsenal, they ain't won nothing. They like the Invincibles. Yeah, how long ago was that? And then to actually have a cup, like the FA Cup, like it meant so much to me to actually win something again.
That's good. I rate that.
Not bad.
That's a great high actually because you can see what it meant. You can see what it meant. But from the high, what you can see this is coming. What is the lowest point as an Arsenal fan?
All right, so I think the beginning of the end was the beginning of the end of Arsene Wenger's era. Like I think the demise of Arsene Wenger was probably my biggest low as an Arsenal fan because he was so up there. He was so up there. It was him, Alex Ferguson was so up there, and then to see over the years him just like gradually go down. But it was the Champions League final against Barcelona.
Yeah.
That was the tipping point because we got the new stadium. Yeah, like it's like new stadium, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. And then all we had to do, like we got like obviously Lehman got sent off, so we got Almunia in goal. That already is ruined. That's already ruined the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
You've literally you've handicapped us way too early. We was 1-0 up and you handicapped us like that. It's crazy. Like it's nuts. Like you didn't want us to win. So the Champions League final, because that's the only Champions League final we've ever got to, yeah. And it's a Champions League final that everyone expected us to win because Thierry Henry was there. Like our team was ridiculous, and we lost. And then from that point, it's like we never recovered. Yeah, we was in the Champions League like every season, whatever it was, but we was in it, but we weren't competing. Thierry Henry left, like all the.
I was gonna say, was that not his last game for Arsenal in the Champions League? And then he then went to Barcelona that summer. Or was it the summer after? I can't remember.
No, I think it was. I think
It
it
might
was
have
that
been,
summer.
yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was that summer. He left and went for them because I remember there's one shot of him when he's like it's a corner. We're losing. It's a corner. He goes to take the corner and he like crouches down by the ball and I'm like and I'm just thinking to himself. He's thinking to himself, yeah, this is it. Like, this is it. And I was like that was the demise of it. And then just watching it slowly just turn into like
It was a slow death, wasn't it? It was a bit of a
yeah,
slow death for
it
the
was
triumphant
sad.
Arsenal.
Yeah, he could have. I feel like Arsene Wenger could have left a lot earlier than he did, and I think the longer he waited, the more he saw the fans turning on him. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
saw the fan base start hating it, like turning on each other. Wenger
Just a
in, Wenger out, all
quick
that stuff.
question
It
for
was
you
crazy.
regarding Wenger in, Wenger out. I don't know how seriously we need to take AFTV. We see them online and here and there. Where do you stand on how they behave towards Arsene Wenger, and how much did that reflect on the actual fan? Because I'm very aware that AFTV
Yeah.
doesn't reflect the Arsenal fan base, but how much did it? Was there any sort of truth in it?
And do you know what? Like I do actually know a lot of the people off of AFTV, but I feel like at one point, watching AFTV for me was literally like watching people say how I was feeling, like because
Right.
there was obviously
So
like
there was a lot of truth in it then.
I feel like there was a lot of truth in some of the things that were being said, but then I feel like there was obviously like a lot of there was a lot of people going on there just to like just to say like
Slag
miss
him off.
stuff. Do you know what I
I
mean?
feel
Like, do
like
you know what I mean?
football content online there's an element of theatre with it now.
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
I
you don't
think
get the views unless you're a little bit outrageous and
Yeah,
outspoken. The way I saw it though is like you mentioned like Ferguson and Wenger. Like Ferguson left exactly when he should have left.
yeah,
Exactly when he should have left, and Wenger didn't. And it's a shame really, because I feel like with time now we look at Wenger and we're starting to see it's been what, like how long since he's been gone? 6 years ish.
yeah. Probably about 6 years, I
Yeah.
think. I'd say, yeah,
Maybe even a bit longer. And I feel like the time has passed and we can now say, right, the legacy is still there. But
yeah,
when he first left, it was a bit like, you know what? I don't know if his legacy's there. He was an invincible, but
yeah,
has he ruined it? But I feel like the fact they've now gone on to do
yeah.
what they
To
did
recover
last
from it,
season
yeah,
and recover is like, okay, we can go back and we can say,
Mm.
he changed the game. I'd argue that he changed English football more than Ferguson.
Oh no, 100%. I think him coming in and bringing the kind of like the attitude and the kind of like philosophy that he had to the game
Yeah.
made Ferguson change his philosophy
Yeah.
to the game. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think whereas Ferguson was like Manchester United is always going to be the biggest team in England. Do you know what I mean? They're always going to be the biggest team in England, no matter like what Man City do or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like they will always be Man United.
Yeah.
But I feel like those two's rivalry was so necessary to like kind of drive the English game forward, because like Wenger bringing in all the French players and bringing in all these different guys, you look like they were like he's building a team of just like international stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was that like he kind of brought that in, and then a lot of other teams started like
Doing the same
doing
thing.
the
Yeah,
same sort of things
exactly.
as him.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
100%.
think I do 100% agree that like Wenger, he had the opportunity. I think he there was a lot of times when he could have just been like, you know what, like I feel like I've done enough. I feel like I've done enough for the club. But I think he wanted to get that one more win in it. And I think the 10 years of not winning anything in that period of time, it was like this is like I like everyone was turning on him. Like that's when AFTV first came about, because it was
Yeah.
like it was a drought. Like, do you know what I mean? Arsenal fans weren't used to having such a drought.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
no.
We weren't used to it. So then to actually experience it, obviously it was making the fans who had seen Arsenal in their greatness then see them turn into this team who didn't have money to buy players. Like everyone else was spending crazy money, and we were like buying like Squillaci and buying like Senderos and we're getting all of these names, and it's like, all right, Wenger can transform these players, but it's like back in the day when he could transform a player, he lost the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So like when he was buying players, he was thinking, oh, like give him a season, he'll be firing. Javinho, Shamak, like all of these names, Shamak, do you know what I mean? Like all of these names, and you're like, what is he doing? Like, why is he buying these guys? Like, there's other players there. Like, I think
Squillaci's tickled. I'm sorry, Squillaci
no,
just tickled me.
Squillaci,
Yeah.
is possibly the worst purchase we've ever made. 100%, possibly the worst purchase we've ever made. I remember thinking we've signed this guy, like we sold Van Persie and we brought in Squillaci and
Wow.
Giroud. Do you know what I mean? But Giroud, I do rate Giroud. Like
So
Giroud
do I.
did do a lot
So
for
do I.
us. He did do a lot for us. But
Great signing. Yeah.
yeah, man, I feel like Wenger definitely stayed around for a little bit too long.
Do you
But he's got a statue now. But I think
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
I think Arsenal and Arsene Wenger had to have a little period of not seeing each other. It was like it was like a messy breakup.
We're gonna have a break from each other,
Yeah, do you know
and
what I
then
mean? It was like a
I know
messy
what you're saying.
breakup. Then they came back and they were like, you know what, we're going to give you a statue because we do appreciate all the stuff you've done for us. And Arsenal fans do appreciate it. AFTV people do appreciate it. No matter how much they was in or out, everyone appreciates what Arsene Wenger done for Arsenal.
Yeah. Best away day you've been on? Do you go on many away days?
One of my favorite questions.
All right, so best away game, like, do you know what? I've been to a lot of away games at West Ham and Chelsea, but Chelsea, every time I went to an away game, we lost. So the best away game I'd probably say I've been to would be, it was us against West Ham, and I think we won 2-0. I think Ozil scored on the day. But I like whenever I go to West Ham, because one of my friends is like he's the vice chairman of the West Ham women's team, innit? Like, so I get like to go in the box and like meet all the players.
Right, yeah.
But that being said, I'm lying. I totally forgot. When I first came off Love Island, they were like, yeah, Marcel's here. They let me go down onto the pitch, yeah, and
Get out.
The players were there training. Giroud's massive as well. Like, I thought I was tall, but Giroud just walked past me. He's a giant. But
where's this? Was this in Upton Park or in the London Stadium?
The London Stadium.
Right. Okay.
So like I got to I got to be down. I've seen all the players warming up and all that kind of stuff. I felt like this is what it's about. But I've never been able to do that since going back. So.
You've done it though. You've done it.
I've done it once,
That is a pretty good away day, I gotta say. That is a pretty good away day. Right.
I mean, like on the pitch, like
I was on
the pitch. I was literally on the pitch. It was crazy.
I feel like this next question is pretty redundant, but what is on your football bucket list?
My football bucket list.
Yeah, what's left to do other than maybe train with Messi, warm up with him. I don't know.
No, do you know? I think the only thing that I would actually have on my football bucket list. Well, obviously I'm too old for it now, but my son could play for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, that is a great answer.
I could get him in.
Do you think you could? Do you think you could get him in?
Marcel, I want to know, would you ever do Soccer Aid?
Do you know what? I would do Soccer Aid, but I don't think they'd want me on the team. Do you know? Like, obviously, I play like a little bit on a Sunday, but like I don't think my levels. I've seen a couple of the guys. I've seen Kem. Kem has scored screamers on Soccer Aid.
Yeah, he's a really good footballer.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not about that life. You know what I mean? I'm a defender. Like,
are you centre half or a fullback?
So I used to play fullback because I was very pacey. I was very, very pacey. But as the years have gone on, the knees have not taken to it.
So I'm more behind.
Exactly. So I'm more of a centre back now. I'll hold position, win the ball, dribble it out of our half.
You're not sort of tuck your shirt in, knees all the way up, knee socks all the way up. You're a bit of a silky centre half. You're not route one.
No. I literally get told off all the time, Marsh, you're being too rough. You're being too. I'm like, boys, we're men, innit? Like, take the tackle, bruv. Take the tackle, ride the challenge. You know what I mean? Like, but I'd say I'm like a William Saliba. I can get physical, but at the same time, I can play the ball up a little bit.
Nice.
I love this.
Oh, I'd love to see you on Soccer Aid. That'd be great.
I would. I
don't think we haven't had a guest yet who's played in Soccer Aid.
I'm gonna start recording the Sunday games and send it over to ITV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, make a little like. Yeah, exactly.
Little show reel.
Marcel, just tweet them. They'll
have you on. They're not. You've dealt with ITV before. They know who you are.
Just tweet them. I'd love to do Soccer Aid. That's like the dream. Like, get famous enough to do Soccer Aid, and then
you can do it. Why not? Why not? Like, do you know what I
I
mean?
don't think my lungs. I don't think they're going to work. To be honest with you, I think I need to do a bit more
yeah,
cardio first.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I'd rather not hyperventilate on national television
yeah, nah.
in
Do
the
you know
name
what,
of
like
charity.
the first game back to playing on Sundays, and I was literally I was on for 5 minutes. Got like I was like, nah, rolling off.
Can't
Came
do
off.
it.
The following game, I had to take a, I had to have a Red Bull to like, give me some energy to make me go through. Nearly thought I was gonna have a heart attack. So like, yeah, you got to find a balance. Cardio, go to the gym and it just get your heart
Yeah,
pumping.
exactly.
Yeah, we're back in the gym, Al. Well, I am. I'm back in the gym. We're gymming together now, Marcel.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I need to get back in the gym. The dad bod is taking
Yeah.
over.
No,
It's not-
don't give me that. I saw you. I saw you in Neath, right? You were looking fine. You were looking absolutely fine.
That's
Don't
the
even
arms.
go there.
The arms are great. The arms are great. It's the derby underneath, mate. It's the tummy down below.
Alex, if you don't stop flirting with the desk,
Yeah,
I'll give you another
sorry.
book in, right?
Yeah,
Send him off.
He's already on one yellow card.
I'm on a yellow as it is. Yeah.
Right. Who
It's
or
your
what,
favourite question.
Marcel? Yeah, it is. Who or what is your football guilty pleasure? And then who or what on the flip side, you could say flip reverse.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
I see what you've done there.
Yeah. Would you then put in football room 101?
Okay, all right. So my football guilty pleasure. I don't. Do you know what? I don't think it's really a guilty pleasure, but I feel like Ronaldinho. Yeah, I can watch Ronaldinho videos of him just doing tricks on people forever, but I don't think that's a guilty pleasure. I think
I've got a
I
little.
think that's.
I've got a little flex. There's a
Talk to me.
video on YouTube, and I commented on it, and I've got the most likes on that YouTube video. For my, I know you've been in
Like,
Blazin
just
Squad and love
clarify.
I am a big
video
deal.
of Ronaldinho.
Yeah, a video. No,
All right.
yeah,
What?
it's all for Ronaldinho.
What? That video of Ronaldinho?
I think you know which one I'm talking about. You can go and check it later. You go check that later, yeah? You thought you were the big deal. Sorry to burst that bubble.
Oh my god. Right.
Fair enough.
Ronaldinho,
fair enough.
I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
Yeah,
no, I will as well.
I
think I'll allow it because he was in that team when he beat you in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
I'll allow it on that basis.
I'll allow it on the basis that I've spent hours watching those videos of time that I could be doing something useful, and I'm not guilty about it.
Yeah, I should be in university.
Do you know what? I've also got another one. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. But I cannot deny the fact that Harry Kane is a phenomenal striker. I should hate him because he always scores against Arsenal, but he is literally that good.
Is he going to break the record?
Well, the all-time Premiership. It all depends. I'm praying that he goes to Bayern Munich. I'm praying.
I think it's going that way.
But if he stays, he's basically committing career suicide. Because well, not career suicide, but he's never gonna win anything at Spurs. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
If he stays, he's never gonna actually win anything. It's all great being the all-time goal scorer, but what trophies have you got, mate?
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah, spot on. Room 101, what are you getting rid of? Get rid of one thing from the game.
One thing from the game.
Could be anything.
It'd probably be Spurs.
Fair enough. There we
Fair
go.
enough.
That was straight to the point. There we go.
Yeah, lovely.
Right. What does the game? This is a very broad question, and it's our the one that brings the tone.
We tick a box with
the
sensitivity on this one.
Okay.
What does the game mean to you?
Do you know what? I'm gonna get deep now.
Give us a profound answer, Marcel, please. A very profound answer.
I'll give you a yellow card if it's not profound enough.
Football to me, yeah, it's like it's semi like church. It's semi like religion because you put your faith and your belief into a team of people, a team of men or a team of women, and everything in you wants this group of people to succeed. You go to the stadium, you sing songs for them, you give them their own individual songs, when they lose, you lose. When they win, you win. And the moment you see your team do something great, like the moment you see your team go for a season and they're the best team in that league, or they go for a tournament and they're the best team in that tournament, it's literally, it's the greatest feeling you could possibly have, bar a few other things which I'm not going to mention. But literally, it's not even just because there's kids who play football, there's adults who play football, there's professional footballers, there's amateur footballers, but they all love the game. And they all love the game because they all get that same feeling that I was just talking about. If they win or if they lose, there's nations. It brings the whole world together. The World Cup is a tournament that brings the world together. Obviously, there's other things that do the same thing, but there's nothing that does it like football, because the World Cup brings the best footballers from all around. Imagine, you know when you're watching films and you're like, it's like, oh my God, they're putting a team together. It's like the Avengers. You know when they're putting the Avengers together? Like,
that was Wales at the World Cup. That was what it was like for us.
Exactly. Like, so imagine, each country has like their GOAT player. Each country, like there's Gareth Bale for Wales, there's Harry Kane for England, there's flipping Ronaldo for Portugal, Messi for Argentina, Mbappe for France. Like, this is like, yo, I wonder what these guys are gonna do in this game. Like, because you've got players that you're looking at going like, this is crazy. This guy shouldn't be allowed to play against these guys. But each country has their guy. Do you know what I mean? It's like each country has their Avenger to go out there and just like that, create whatever they want to do. Do you know what I mean? They have stars. And I think being able to like watch that stuff and making the whole world tune in to watch those games, it's what football is. It brings everything together just for the moments.
Perfect.
Wow. So profound.
I almost got up and give you a standing ovation. I'm not gonna lie.
I might put. Hang on. I'm gonna put in some applause.
No, I think we want like a slow clap.
Yeah.
What I think you should do is get some of his copyright free music, like some epic stuff. And then build it slowly as I'm talking.
Yeah. That. And you would have already, if you're listening, you would have already heard that music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed that.
No,
I hope you're all crying as well. That was a superb answer, I gotta say.
International tournaments are mental, though. Like,
I think there's a lot of truth.
I genuinely don't think I've, as a Welshman, seen anything unite the English people more than the World Cup even the Euros when you were the final. I don't think I've ever seen anything unite the English nation. Maybe when Holly and Phil skipped a queue to see the Queen.
Everyone was angry with that. Everyone was angry with that.
For wrong reasons. But just international tournaments, like, they don't happen very often for us. It's happened 3 times in our lifetime, luckily, for us.
That's still good though. But
yeah, it's great. You know,
like the first, obviously, I support England, but having Jamaica be in a World Cup once was amazing for me.
Do you know what? I'm half Romanian, and I can remember Romania qualifying for the 2008 Euros. And I thought, wow, that's quite special. I haven't seen them I haven't seen them since. I have not seen them since. But you know, it's not the point, is it? It's not the point. They were there.
No, exactly.
It's something they got there, innit?
Yeah. But no, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. And yeah, I was nearly moved to tears. I really was.
Beautiful. Lovely. And the music over the top of it makes it
that really made it for me.
So just a question looking ahead to the season now. I know you said you think Arsenal could win the Premier League. I want you to put your neck on the block now, Marcel. Who is going to win the Premier League?
All right. So,
head versus heart, this is really, you know.
Head versus heart.
Let's be fair.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually I'm saying this honestly.
I know.
I feel like Arsenal are gonna win the league this season. A lot of people will still doubt it. We done a lot last season, but we have actually strengthened the team a lot.
I said this to Alex earlier. I think Arsenal have had one of the best windows, and I think City didn't necessarily need to strengthen. but Arsenal have really, really well.
But also, if you actually look at City's team, yeah, I know they got Haaland, yeah, I know they got De Bruyne, but they've actually weakened their team. They've actually taken Gundogan, who was literally, he was the guy that's popping up scoring all of their goals from midfield. He's gone. Mahrez, their backup right wing, he's gone. City haven't bought anyone yet, but
They brought in Kovacic, haven't they? I think.
oh yeah,
Kovacic, yeah.
But do you feel like Kovacic is going to do what Gundogan done?
I don't think he's the same player, but with my thinking around City, he's not a stupid man, is he? He's a very, very bright man with a very, very good footballing brain. And I think there's obviously reasons for why he got rid of Gundogan. There's reasons he got rid of Cancelo. There's reasons he got rid of Mahrez. And I don't know what goes on behind the dressing room, because I think he's very keen to keep a very sort of tight-knit group of players. And he doesn't like too many players. He doesn't like too little players, because he likes to keep rotating his team all the time. So I do think Kovacic was a good move for City. I think it was a big, big loss for Chelsea. I think City haven't gained as much as Chelsea have lost in that move.
I agree with that.
If that makes any 100%.
Sense.
Yeah.
But, if I'm going to stick my neck out on the line, I'm going to say it's going to be probably another City champions of England, I'm afraid.
Wow.
Shall I book him, Marcel? Shall I book him?
Yeah, go on.
Send him off.
Second yellow, and he misses next week. Marcel, you can present next week with me. Alex is suspended. We got one more question.
Oh yeah, right. Alex. So to finish us all off, out of all the memories you have, from kicking a tennis ball at a wall to training Olivier Giroud before his game, what has been your absolute favourite as a football fan?
Other than coming out and send him off.
Yeah.
This was up there. This was definitely up there. But I feel do you know what? It's hard. It's so hard because all of my memories are so different. But I feel like potentially it might be the first FA Cup win. I think that might potentially be the because that's literally the most euphoric I've ever felt watching a football game. I feel like it was that level of we finally done it. We finally done something again, and I think that was a great feeling.
Yeah, I love that. Do you know what? I'm going to say that's your number one for now until your son makes his debut for Arsenal. So
of course.
Or you get the Soccer Aid call up.
Yeah, either or really. It's one or the other.
Let's manifest that. Let's manifest that.
Let's do it. Marcel, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been, I've loved this. What a way to kick the season off. What a way to kick the season off. Do you want to tell people where they can find you on social media and the like?
Of course. So if you need to find me on social media because you want to hear me talk about Arsenal more passionately, you can find me at Marcel_RockyB on Instagram. That's the same on my TikTok. And that's me, guys. Come find me.
Go and find him. There we go.
Well, that's us. First episode.
That was wicked, guys, man.
Not bad. Well, thank you guys for listening. You can find us on Twitter or X as it's called now.
Yeah.
Instagram at Send Him Off Pod on Twitter, or X at Send Him Off Podcast on Instagram. If you're listening on Spotify, leave us a nice little comment. Give us a 5-star review. If you're listening on
Amazon, even if you hate us,
please just do,
like it anyway.
Just be nice. If you listen on YouTube, give us a subscribe and leave a nice comment. So we'll catch you next week. We're not sure what's planned just yet, but we're in full flow for the season. So all the best. Have a good week. Cheers.
Take care.